This is the future.
Molt efficiency is one powerful arcane if used properly, and, in this video, I will tell you some of the setup that will make an already powerful warframe more powerful with this new arcane that can be acquired in the Angels of Zariman update. So, first things first, Molt efficiency can be acquired in two ways. This arcane can be purchased from Caballero for 7,500, requiring rank 3, Guardian with the holdfasts. It can also be dropped by Thrax Centurion, Thrax Legatus, and Void Angels on the Zariman 10-0 missions. What it does: this is an arcane enhancement for warframes that grants additional ability duration over a period of time while shields are active. Take note that it only needs your warframe to have active shields for the 36% duration buff at max level of this arcane. In my opinion, this is very reliable, since it doesn't require anything than active shields compared to those arcanes who will only activate its buff through headshot kills or kills. Now, don't get me wrong, as this arcane can be used by every warframe in the game, and it just depends on how you want to play your warframe. You can in fact make Molt efficiency as an option to min-max your build, by removing primed continuity and replacing it with the mod that you think is useful for your playstyle, and then, make Molt efficiency as the primary source for duration, or even to reduce the energy drain for those energy drain ability that scales with duration mods. However, there are specific setup in Warframe that makes Molt efficiency super useful, and making an already busted setup, super busted. I know the first thing that some of you will suggest is Harrow, and yes, Harrow is one of these warframes that can utilize Molt efficiency effectively, without sacrificing anything on his setup, since we don't energy arcanes for Harrow, as he got an ability to replenish his energy per kill. We can reserve one arcane for Molt efficiency. Another good part of using Molt efficiency on Harrow is that all his abilities can benefit from Molt efficiency, and it's very reliable since one cast of Condemn will replenish your shield. Also, you don't have to worry about downtime of the buff, since Harrow also has invulnerability to help him get out of sticky situations. You just cast his fourth ability, then cast Condemn, and you now have enough shield to continue abusing Molt efficiency for the rest of the mission. And of course, adaptation also works on shields, so there's no way we'll have trouble in playing a Molt efficiency Harrow. The second frame that I find powerful with a Molt efficiency setup is Hildren, but not just normal Hildren, but Shield Mommy with a Gloom setup. Players might say that I don't need the extra duration for Hildren since I already have Pillage to constantly regain shield and maintain Gloom, but for me, I have one extra slot for Arcane, and I don't need anything else for my Hildren, so why waste it and leave it empty when I can put something useful on it? Once Molt efficiency is active, it reduces the energy consumption of Gloom per enemy affected, and it allows me to keep Haven and Gloom active most of the time. The downside is, pillage duration will be a lot longer, and most people don't want a long duration for pillage. But, what the hell, you can just simply press the ability button again to end the ability. How hard is that? I love this combo since Molt efficiency is not the only one being used for this Gloom Hildren. It also pairs well with secondary with Cascadia Overcharge Arcane for some nice red crits. So, Molt efficiency is not the only arcane handy for Hildren, but also a red crit arcane that procs via shields. The only difference is, Molt efficiency does proc every time since it only needs active shields compared to Cascadia Overcharge that needs overshield to be active. Both Hildren and Harrow are good for Molt efficiency, but if there's one warframe that I enjoyed using this new arcane the most is Protaya. More specifically, an ensnaring Protaya build for duration and range, and taking advantage of her turret as main DPS. I have already showcased this Protaya synergy, and if you can recall, I have tons of fun playing this in Steel Path levels and farming acolytes. This combo simply takes advantage of ensnare to group enemies, then cast Blaze Artillery to kill them. For survivability, we are using the Harrow's Q-Brow Stalk ability to make us invisible. With Molt efficiency on this build, the Blaze Artillery will stay longer in the field, allowing it to ramp up its damage to insane multipliers. Not to mention that Protaya has Grenade Fan that can regenerate shields, and with Harrow's Q-Brow's Stalk ability active, you can keep the 36% duration buff of Molt efficiency without a problem. Lastly, Blaze Artillery will not be the only one benefiting from the 36% duration of the arcane, but also Ensnare, Dispensary, and even Grenade Fan, making it a total win situation for Protaya when you equip this arcane. Like I have said, multi-efficiency Arcane is for all Warframes, but there are specific setup which makes it better and overall makes the Warframe combo powerful. In addition, shield Warframes are not the only ones capable of utilizing this combo. You can also try it with Warframes that has energy drain ability, and can keep up shields without downtime. Try for example All Kitty with a Hysteria build. Once you are invulnerable with Hysteria, you can maintain a 36% duration buff of multi-efficiency. Also, you can do this with a Peacemaker Mesa while subsuming Pillage to gain shields. Excalibur is also a good candidate for this type of situation, and also, Wukong will also be great not just with his 4th, but also a Cloud Walker build that can extend the duration, allowing you for more mobility. Another silly synergy that is busted in my opinion is when you pair multi-efficiency with an Eclipse Loki. You can safely maintain multi-efficiency buff while invisible, allowing you to increase not just invisibility, but also the damage buff of Eclipse. Multi-efficiency is a super handy arcane, and it's very accessible to all players as long as you have the patience to farm it, or the platinum to buy it from other players. I will be update most of my build videos really soon, so stick around and I hope you will enjoy the content. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.